In today's video, we're taking a look at the iPhone XS, a phone that was released in 2015, so it's almost 11 years old now. Include the Apple A9 SoC and Titanium 3264 or 120GB of storage. The 16GB one, I can tell you right off the bat, is not usable today. With iOS 15, that is the last supported version on the phone. No way in hell you're using that. Like, that's gonna be unusable. I had the 32GB one right here. It's gonna be better, although the really pretty limiting nowadays. So we'll see how it holds up. First off, we just set it up, and then we go from there. I know a lot of apps are kind of starting to drop the support for iOS 15 now, but we'll see if it's still usable today. So we will start off with it really pretty similar to today's phone. And by the way, while the phone is start on iOS 15, it did sometimes to do this update with the last one being in May of this year, which is actually pretty insane for this old of a phone. Like all of the Android phones released at that point, or even like 5 years later, are like without the product at this point. So this is really pretty those. Now continue. Let me do Touch ID. This is by the way the first iPhone which actually include Touch ID 2.0, which is actually a lot faster than 1.0. Like I would honestly say that it's still really pretty good today. I personally saying that unable to read the fingerprint higher than you know the finger. I was upgrading you, motherfucker. Let's try it then. So we pressed Touch ID on the phone and then it doesn't want to read our fingerprint. Maybe I clean the fingerprint sensor and then we can try again. So I cleaned out the sensor. Let's try again and see if we can actually finally use a Touch ID now. See now it's at least going further than it was before. I'm gonna do a very secure password for the phone. Very freaking secure. Anyways, thank you very much. I'm gonna do then prepare any of the apps and data to sign in with the Apple ID, which should work no problem. So I enter my Apple ID verification code and now it should just channel in. Enter the password you use to unlock the iPhone. Huh? Which iPhone? I only have one iPhone on the account, I think. I didn't choose that though. Is that not the name of the phone on the account? Since the phone running iOS 15, I hope we actually have decent app support, and by the way we are on the latest iOS 15 version that is currently out, 15.8.8. And not to mention, we do have 100% battery health on this iPhone because I replaced the battery, so we should be then the best performance possible. And now we're going to turn it on dance and see what is supported, what runs, how it runs, and do a terrible app. Twitter. Sorry, Twitter. There we go. Let's see if it's supported. Oh, it did. Damn, it didn't even know that. Yeah, but I read it. Need iOS 16.0 or later. We can download an old version. We can see it did, if I hit the button. It did the what? Then we enter them. And it's gonna be bad. When all of these are downloaded. So all the lanes are downloaded now. And now we're gonna see what works, what doesn't. First off, we have Twitter, the most important app obviously. Nope. I don't want to get notified. Thank you very much. It's the newest version, so we should be able to log in and use it just fine. So we were able to log in to Twitter without any problems. And timeline performance seems to be actually quite decent. There is a bit of stutter, but it's honestly completely fine to use. Pretty usable. Be honest, it's investing in the MacBook World as a student. Yes, honestly. Yes. I don't know why you would want the app, but the app is working on the phone. Hi Damon, to enter to certain and trap on the battery in front of me. Waiting then to know away halfway then. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, moving on. That up we had Reddit, which isn't supported on the iOS world anymore. But let's see what the word we have to sign in here. Yeah, I don't want you to trap me. Wow, that is indeed not that I at all say. We don't have different subreddit. without the word, although it does take 0 people online, but I don't think it's true. Rated, but Reddit, the fully working, fully functional app for everyone you want to use the app. So, weil ein Internet doch via iOS 16.3 or later, if you enjoy the later default version, it does function completely fine. Like I don't trust. It's a bit stuttery, it's a bit slow, but it still fully worked. I hope it looked at storage without any problems. Yep. Storage also worked just fine. And if we wanna do the train out and do weird, yeah, we know select the third one. We can try to here. Say damn it! Oh, they fuck me. Okay. FU, yeah. It worked. Yeah, we're not doing this. Okay, it does work. I don't know why you wanna use it though. Next up, we have YouTube and st.app. But I also don't need to sign into use it with a trade. No, you can fuck right up. This app isn't the fraud either though. Yeah, unlocked in YouTube is insane. But, see, weird stuff works. And if I do my channel, then watch a lovely Fortnite trip to a live event here. 1080p works without any problems. Then auto take through here. This works completely fine. So, YouTube works without any problems. Next up we have TikTok. And it's a thread. Okay, TikTok is threaded apparently. TikTok does not oh no, we not load in though, we will not load in screen. So TikTok, it's quite slow, but fully functioned. Now I try to here, a bit of data, but it ain't too bad. Load instrument are fine. It's slow, but it worked. Moving on. Then we have Spotify. Mind you, I don't use the P.Tit app normally, but that's for you that I try it out, yeah? That's for you that. I normally use Apple with it, that's here, yeah. So I was able to tighten it up fine. No, you don't, no, don't do that. Sure. Yeah. And immediately we get an ad. The ad definitely worked on this. So, you know what ad, here you go. But yeah, Spotify worked that fine on the phone. I don't have Spotify Premium for the choice, but there's ads everywhere now. Damn, that's terrible. Okay. Next we have eBay. With eBay very important to me, so I buy like all of my phones there. Oh, something went wrong. That's not lovely. Oh, okay, now it worked. We can search for iPhone 6s. And you can see eBay the front end are fine. Little listing. So pick that, little listing. Then I have here Amazon. Where I will feel like it autonomy was without any problems. One thing I can tell right now though is the battery is air. I mean, yeah, I did a new chat app and everything. And installed a bunch of apps, but I started at 100% and we're now at 75% already. With a brand new battery, so that is horrendous. Amazon was fine. What is also on water fine, I'm not gonna log into here right now. But it's still fully supported on this iOS version at the moment. So that's great. Then we have Prime Video. Should also just work. So Amazon Prime Video is not supported on the phone. I can download the latest supported version, because it's via iOS 17, but I cannot play anything in the app whatsoever. It just load and then it just tip me out. It just doesn't work. So Amazon Prime does not work. Next up, if you wanna write to Petit, you have AliExpress. But I feel like it's probably gonna work that fine. No fent. So by the phone, it's definitely not fast as it's quite annoying to use. Most of these apps do the what? iPhone 17 Pro Max on AliExpress. I'm gonna buy this beautiful date. Yeah, det aldrig prette vapen. Det er bit low. Og det var det var I take it war, but it's kind of broken actually. Then I didn't bet I would put into be broken already. I mean, it didn't been pipe yet. Browse and trade, but in the fire pot or do the trauma or whatever, and it's gonna be fine. We've been at it for 33 minutes, and we lost 31% already. 59, nice. With a brand new battery. So, it ain't losing the battery, right? But now we're gonna be testing out some of the dance. First of all, I have tablet turbot. We are 3 years old. Let's see. I will went. Oh, it's really putting. Oh, my putting. Look at the frame rate. Oh, yikes. Did it really stuttery? What the? Well, great. Well, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, it doesn't better now. It was stuttering like crazy, but now it's actually working. Maybe then not a lot working on newer phones, but it seems to be working just fine. So yeah, it really just stuttered on the first ever time you allow the app and play around. After that, it does occasionally, but totally playable. We now just need TikTok beside it, and then we're ready. Next up, we have Hitler rating. Honestly, one of my favorite mobile games. You're not threatening me, you're not doing all my data. But the phone is like really freaking hot at this point. So for some reason, actually even Hitler rating is stuttering. So the fancy I've seen when you first start the app, it's all stuttery. But I would expect for this game right here. This one should not be stuttering that bad. Totally playable. Totally pretty playable. Now we need to make a zero test. There we go. So what? Next up we have also one of my favorite. 30 watt. A little dry and a bad. Is it that low? Oh, it is that low. It is low. That it's happening. Ah no, okay. It's really freaking low. It's probably working and we cannot dump into a truck, and yeah. But it takes a while to load, but other than that it was fine. We are 64% now, that's right. I'm third, yeah, third. Yeah, thank you. I do have to tell the game do take a while to load on the phone, a 10-year-old phone. So, what do you expect? Oh, yeah. What I do have to say, literally all of the games that are at the end. Actually never really played Death Patrol, right? That's gonna be fun. But it does seem to be working fine. We not should debate that at the round. There are some frame drops, and yeah, you can see that, but also fully playable. That tended a bit annoying. Yeah, that's what. Next app. We have Vampire Survivor, better to learn, was actually free on the App Store, but I did not know it was free. There. You should order that one. The freaking Drake one. Order an ad in the on phone, but wait, not see how we do how the phone does. So Vampire Survivor also was fine, although I'm even though that it's gonna probably stutter a lot when there are 20 per DM enemies on screen. But overall it worked. Let's have a bacon doesn't work that fine, right? Put bacon on cheeseburger. Yeah, if this wouldn't work, I would put in try. Would be embarrassing for the phone, even for a 10-year-old phone. That is embarrassing for me to not be able to do this. Ah, we can Tom, let the bacon on the cheeseburger. No, come on. We can let it. No. I can do it. There we go. There. And on pancake. Yeah, bacon was fine as expected. And now we have piano test too. The third long times are really freaking bad on the phone, but wow, what's with the audio thing? Yeah, at the top of that front in the front, so I don't really wanna anything. Oh, that data in this game is so bad. With everything on the phone though, there's data in the data, and then it's way better once you that in there for a few seconds. And you haven't seen it before with an iPhone. That so badly at the start, and then after that it's like, yeah, I'm fine. After that. But that afterward. So the phone had actually done better than I expected. Most ads and thanks to reward, even if they're not the product officially, they later the product were worth most of the time. Really the only thing was like not worth it at all was Prime Video. And I think we can not live without that. And the better look thing is Spotify server. So if you maybe want to buy one of these phones because it still has a headphone jack, unlike anything after it, besides the 81. This is an iPhone 7 right here. You can actually use it as a proper iPod. You just put some music on here, download it. Maybe that's the 128GB version. And yeah, then that's a pretty good phone to use as an iPod. Now we're going to take a look at the camera. So we have an iPhone 11 Pro right here. So let me take a few pictures of it and be seeing how it does. This is by the way a proud iPhone with just do 40 and 30 FPS on video. Can't to 60, but it is the first 40 iPhone. You do have to go into settings though to enable it because Apple did that for a really freaking long time and it always annoyed me when you use an iPhone. But they have actually changed that now for a few years actually. So we don't know video 40 and 30 FPS and you can tell me how it looked. So this is a video test of the iPhone 6s. We have an iPhone 12 right here. Oh, then it's overblown a bit. An iPhone 11 Pro, an iPhone 27, and you want to hear a video on this one. Let me know. I've been actually really freaking surprised about it. This runs really well. Damn. You know, let me know how that video looked. So as a student, is the iPhone 6 usable in 2026? Yeah, it definitely is. If we were buying in a different version though. Obviously that they away from the 16GB version because that one actually isn't usable. The 32GB one is just on the edge. I installed a few apps and yeah, I already used 17.1GB of 32. When I installed a few apps and did one video. So, did it not good? If you for other reason that the phone, then at least the 64GB version. That being said, however, unless you're gonna use the phone as like an iPod with a headphone that, with the only video genuine use case I would do cheap for this one, I would not recommend it straight up. Using an iPhone SE 2020 87th generation for around 50 euros on eBay, sometimes even less, and then it's a way better phone than this one. They had the chip from the iPhone 11. It did an iOS 27 update, but this one is just on a 5-year-old iOS version at this point. And also had a better camera. So if you want a more and cheap phone, it had the same form factor than this one. You should probably take a lot at an iPhone at the 2020. It's not gonna be fast. This one isn't either. This one is way slower actually. But it did an update and it's actually gonna be usable for much longer. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye! 76 pound dead in my bed of parking lot. No! Okay. We're doing trendy here. Okay.